To a News Channel exclusive, a Santa Barbara woman mourning the loss of her brother who died in the horrific mid-air collision over the Potomac River in January.
Morning News reporter Ivania Montez joins us now, and she spoke with the family exclusively about honoring their loved one and now their search for answers. Ivania.
Yes, right now, Kristen Miller and her wife are turning their grief into action, filing a lawsuit against multiple government agencies. They spoke with me about how they received the devastating news and their fight for answers.
I know that it was your brother who you lost in the tragedy that happened in Washington. Just when you heard the information, if you could just share that experience.
I didn't hear the information, I saw it.
Kristen Miller and her wife Natasha will never forget January 29th. Kristen was at her Santa Barbara home watching television.
I'd actually spoken to my brother the day before, and he was, he traveled a lot for work. And I had got a notification on my phone that a crash out of Wichita, Kansas into D.C. had happened.
American Airlines Flight 5342 had collided with an Army Black Hawk helicopter over the Potomac River in Washington, D.C. All 67 people on both aircraft died in the crash. One of them was Kristen's brother, Dustin Miller.
We had to play the waiting game because they weren't releasing any names of anybody on the plane. Until it went from a rescue to a recovery.
At first, Kristen wasn't sure if it was her brother's flight. Then, American Airlines verified her worst fear.
We knew he was on the plane because he had spoken to a couple people while on the plane through FaceTime, talking about how funny the flight attendant was, how he was sitting in first class with the Russian figure skaters.
Dustin was a senior IT specialist for Watermark Properties in Kansas.
He was loved so much and was completely authentic with everybody that he was around, and it's a major loss.
His family struggles with the chaotic aftermath of the disaster as they search for answers.
The whole process getting to this point has been just so unorganized. We will not rest until we have the answers and there's accountability.
The family's lawyer, Robert Curtis, is pursuing legal action against the U.S. Army and the Federal Aviation Administration.
We want to know why that helicopter was operating above its vertical ceiling limits of 200 feet. We know the collision occurred between 313 feet and 285 feet above sea level, and the helicopter was restricted at a vertical ceiling of 200 feet. Why was a helicopter allowed to do that?
He also points out some startling statistics from the National Transportation Safety Board, reports showing over 15,000 near misses at Reagan National Airport between October 2021 and December 2024.
And that's 1 out of every 62 flights that took off. There was a potential collision with a helicopter.
I will be at every event that I need to be to. I will go wherever I need to go and advocate for my brother and our family until this can be put to rest, until nobody else has to experience what we've experienced.
For now, the family grieves and waits.
My mom, my dad lost his best friend. You know, I lost my best friend. Not just a brother. My other brother lost his best friend. She lost her best friend. It's very painful.
Hearing is set for Thursday, where a Senate Commerce Subcommittee will review the NTSB's preliminary findings from the deadly midair collision. Joe and Krista, back to you.